Hey everybody, welcome back. And today we'll be doing another lead code 2 to 5 implement stack using queues. This is an easy one. Implement a last in first out stack using two queues. The implemented stack should support all the function of the normal stack: push, top, pop, empty. So the push is just appending values, top is just taking a peek, empty is just returning a boolean. Pop is different in these both data structures, queues and stack. So we have to use a queue and implement a stack. So whenever we pop in a queue, we get the very left element. You can say the very first element, first in first out, and stack is last in first out. The in stack, when we pop, we get the last element which was going in the stack, and that's it. So now let's code it down. So what we'll be doing is just making a queue first, queue, and pushing is just appending values to the stack, not stack. We are using a queue and implementing the effect of stack. So we'll be passing it x because that was our integer. Pop will leave it for later, and because the other ones are much easy to understand. So we will just take a peek. This is how you take a peek, and peek is just taking the reference at the very top, or you can say the reference of the very last element in the queue or the stack. This is the same also. So empty is just self dot length of queue if it is equal to 0, and length, if there is something in the stack or the queue, it will return true, and otherwise it will return false. So what is why is pop different? So let me explain. Pop is different. Like for example, we have these elements in our stack. We have to remove 5 as we are used to supposed to, because we are using queue to implement the effect of a stack. So we have to remove 5. But with queues we cannot do this. For queues we have a pop left function which will just remove the very first. So what we will do, but we do not want to remove the very first element, so we will push it back to the queue again, and doing this till length minus 1, because the length minus 1 will just take the value at the very last to the very first if we keep doing this. And when we reach this point, we can just say pop left, and we are done with our, you can say, pop method. So for I in range of length minus 1, length of the original queue minus 1, and we'll be calling the self function. Self will be calling the push, and again, uh, now what we will do is just pop left, and after doing this we can just return self dot q dot pop left, and we are done. Yeah, we are done. So what is happening here is we have 5 at the very first, because we just popped the element from the very left and push them back to the queue. And now we can just pop left in our return statement, which will just remove the 5 from the very first, which was at the very end. And we are supposed to remove it, because this is how stack pop works, and we are using a queue. And that's it. Let me see if there are any errors or something in this code. This works fine, and let me submit it. And yeah, that's it.